Hello everybody and welcome back to Nekopara. My save data didn't save, so I've skipped ahead back to where we were, and or where I think we were anyway. And I looked over my last videos and I realised I've been a bit quiet, so sorry about that, but let's get into this. That takoyaki fellow isn't here today. Just like yesterday, he took a walk through the park in the evening, however that food stand was nowhere to be found. It just so happened that no one was home on the day I decided to take the two cat girls home. I had also happened to leave the housekeeper behind. So, to make good use of time, I went to do some shopping before Shigawa got home. Sorry, Vanilla. What was it called? Catnip? Oh, they took drugs, okay. That sounds about right. That isn't the right word at all. Okay, so they didn't take drugs. Chocolate, if you're tired, why don't we rest a bit? Okay, maybe a little bit. No, chocolate is fine. Sorry to worry you, Master. No need for you to apologize. She had a troubled smile on her face as she nodded. It was pretty clear why she wasn't in good spirits. That's why there was nothing I could really say to her. Well, there happens to be a bench over there, so why don't you rest a bit? In that case, I will go buy something to drink. Thanks. Something for everyone, okay? Understood. Leave it to me. I handed Vanilla some change and offered the bench to Chocolate. Sigh. A constant sea breeze rustled the trees in the park. Okay, also we're by the ocean. All that could be heard throughout the empty park was the quiet sounds of nature. I silently sat down next to the disheartened Chocolate. Like the gentle setting sun, time passes by slowly. Chocolate, we'll go home. Her voice was so quiet that I wasn't quite sure if I had heard her or not. Even so, she answered clearly. Without saying a word, I responded by gently rubbing Chocolate's head. Is it alright if Chocolate calls you sometimes, Master? Yeah. Would it be alright to go visit you as well, Master? Yeah. Master, will you be sure to think about us every day? And I'm back. Sorry about that. Having mozzarella sticks. Master, will you be sure to think about us every day? Is it alright for Chocolate to still call you Master even if Chocolate is far away from you? Her voice trembled as she frantically wiped away her tears. She stifled her sobbing and her voice became strained. She looked pained as she did her... Pained. God, I can't read. Pained. As she did her best to hold back her emotions biting her lip. I held back my irresponsible words that were on the brink of coming out with all my strength. Yeah, of course I will. Chocolate is sorry. Frustrated at myself for saying nothing, I felt empty. I could only offer condolences that could not be put into words. I rubbed Chocolate's head as gently as I could. You really are kind, aren't you? I don't really think I'm kind at all. You said the same thing before, didn't you, Master? Before? Chocolate closed her eyes and smiled. Do you remember when Chocolate and Vanilla were taken home by Master and Shigoro-chan? No, I do not remember because I wasn't there. Oh, of course I remember that. Okay, character does good. These are pretty backgrounds. It was a cold day half a year ago. Chocolate and Vanilla were huddled together, crying by the side of the road. They were still so young, they couldn't even speak yet. In this world, do you think they go to school? That would be an interesting thought. Would they go to school to learn human things, like... Because I remember it said Shigoro taught them to, like, speak and read and stuff, so... I don't know. Couldn't even speak yet. It was that day that I embraced their small, cold bodies, and took them home with us. There was no way I could simply forget that important day when our family grew bigger. In the beginning, you two really couldn't get used to things at home. We were scared back then because we were in an unfamiliar house with people and cat girls we didn't know. You two wouldn't eat at all, which really worried Shigoro. I'm probably horribly botching the names in this, so I apologize. Yes, we really did make her worry. Started to hear a tiny bit of laughter in her voice as we reminisced about the past. Do you remember when Chocolate and Vanilla had a fever too? Ah, I definitely do remember that. Oh, isn't that cute? I mean, they're sick and in pain, but cute. It was a few days after we brought Chocolate and Vanilla home. And to that point, they'd only occasionally drink some water. And as always, they didn't really touch their food. The combination of malnutrition and cold weather had really begun to weaken their bodies. They both developed high fevers and were in pain. No one had realized it that night, but they died, and these are ghosts. But we felt so much pain, anguish, and loneliness. We couldn't speak or move our arms or legs at all. All we could do was cry and cry as we kept hoping for someone, anyone, to come and save us. And then, it's alright, I'm with you too, so don't worry. With your big warm hands, you gently rubbed our heads, Master. You kept saying, don't worry, so you stayed by our side. And continued to stroke and comfort both chocolate and vanilla. When morning came, you took us to the hospital. You were always by our side. Okay, because another question I was about to ask, what I was thinking of asking is, do they go to the hospital or the vet? That says hospital, so... We felt so anxious and helpless, but that made all seem to go away. I just realised my camera's been out this whole time. Back then you said the same thing. That you didn't think that you were being kind. But if Master hadn't saved us, chocolate and vanilla wouldn't be here now. Back then, if Master wasn't by our side, we still wouldn't be able to trust anyone. Thanks to Master, we were able to eat again. We were able to become friends with Shigawa-chan and everyone else. That's why from that day forward, Master became Chocolate's master. It was after that day that Chocolate began loving her kind master, you know. I wished that her tear-filled eyes would not spill over. Those tears were filled with anxiety, sadness, and happiness. Those don't always go together, but... weird times. She smiled, or she could before me. That's why when Chocolate heard that Master wouldn't be around anymore, you put yourself in a box and mailed yourself to me. Chocolate couldn't do anything else but want to go with Master. So Chocolate begged Shigawa-chan. She said that with the faintest of smiles, one that seemed as if it would disappear at any moment. Those words were so gentle and warm. That there was also an undeniable sadness and emptiness mixed in with them. Chocolate? I was the one she was saying all this to. Even so, the only thing I could say back to her was her name. Chocolate guesses cat girls don't really understand it when it comes to money and other complex things. Still, no matter what, Chocolate wants to be by Master's side. When Master is having a tough time or is in trouble, somehow Chocolate just knows. Chocolate just somehow does. Whether it's cleaning, doing the laundry, or cooking, Chocolate will do anything to help. Get her to help at the bakery thing you wanted to start up. There. Done. Problem solved. Even if Chocolate can't do it properly right now, Chocolate will absolutely make sure that she'll be able to do things right someday. That's why. That's why would it be okay to ask for one more favor? Hey, you can stay. Yeah. Chocolate wants to be with Master. Chocolate voiced her feelings clearly once again, and barely kept her tears from overflowing. Of course, Chocolate, if you could be with me. I was engulfed with my inner thoughts, which were ready to overflow. So, she yearned for me earnestly. I say yes to this, even though this didn't work last time and I didn't save anything, but sure. For her to so innocently believe in me, there should be no reason for me to be against it. That day, Chocolate and Vanilla became an important part of my family. As long as they were with me, the days would be bright and enjoyable. Hey, there we go. Character finally gave in. I was simply selfish just leaving home like that. Didn't want to get my dear family wrapped up in my selfishness. Or have them experience any unnecessary hardship because of me. Well, if you didn't want that, you done goofed. You two are important to me after all. We are cat girls, so we are honest with ourselves. Oh, hello. My inner conflict was disturbed by Vanilla. She had returned at some point, you didn't even notice. Oh yeah, because we're looking at the clouds, I suppose. She looked straight at me as she sat by Chocolate. For me, as long as it's fun, I'm fine being with Chocolate. Even if there are hardships, I think I am fine being with Chocolate. After all, it's much more lonely and painful when we can't be together. Vanilla. If we really love you, then even if it's troublesome, we want to be with you. That is a reason to want to be with you. Stuff like whether you would be happy or not. Even though you're our master, don't you think it's wrong for you to decide that? Besides, when a person important to us is in trouble, it's more reason for us to want to be by their side. We don't know what we can do, but in tough times we can at least be by your side to cheer you up. That we can do. Her smile was gentle like the setting sun. I think I already used that line in this. It was a warm and soft smile. These uncharacteristic words from Vanilla deeply penetrated and seeped into my heart. That is probably why Shiguo let us follow you, Master. Since Shiguo can't go with you, she asked us to go in her stead, Master. That is why, if Master really cares about us, then I believe we should be with you. There was not even the faintest bit of hesitation. They were such honest and absolutely straightforward words. Who am I to dictate chocolate and vanilla's happiness? There was no other thoughts in my mind, except for those words that continued to strongly resonate in me. Even if we lived a worry-free life, I would hate it if Master wasn't around. No matter how difficult Chocolate wants to be together with Master. That's why Chocolate begs you to allow us to be by your side, Master. This is where Chocolate wants to be, and there's something on my screen. There we go. She smiled with tears in her eye. It was a bright and honest smile. There were nothing but absolutely pure, genuine words. Humans really are at a loss for words when it comes to catgirls, huh? Saying no to their words was not something I could bring myself to do. Does that mean it won't be like it was back at home? You can't just live here however you got it? Yes, that won't be a problem. Chocolate is happy as long as Master is here with her. Well, Master has finally surrendered. Sometimes people say they hate what they actually love, right? The dreary moment seemed to be blown away by her dazzling smile. Despite all this talk about family, perhaps I was the one that didn't really believe in it. Thinking about all this from their perspective, it was very simple. And here I thought they were acting immaturely. Perhaps catgirls were more human than humans were when it came to honesty. From here on out, we need to do our best all together. Of course, chocolate is alright even if we don't have fatty tuna for dinner every night. Just occasionally is good enough. For meat, A4 grade is fine as long as it's Matsuzuka beef. Fatty meat is the best. Is that what you have all been eating at home? Even if the road ahead of us isn't certain? I lovingly rubbed their heads, disheveling their hair. Alright, why don't we head back to the shopping district then? Why is that? Aren't you done with shopping already? We have to buy that shampoo you two like, don't we? Ooh, Master is so cool. Hell yeah, I am. While we're at it, let's buy some Matsuzuka beef. Well, today's a celebration, so why not? Yay, a celebratory party. Master is so generous as expected of our master. Just for today, okay? This was the beginning of a bright new life. And together with the happy and high-spirited Chocolate and Vanilla, we took the first steps towards it. Oh. Hello. Was that just like a paralogue or something? I'm guessing so. I'm not even gonna try to read the names and stuff. Welcome to... Oh, that was Bakery's name. Well, this video was a longer one than normal, so I'm gonna leave this one right here. Hope you all enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye bye.